Let's create another object now, again in this same scene, and this time let's make a sphere. So the sphere has come in. It's actually quite small, it's actually quite difficult to see because in comparison to the floor, which is 100 by 100, this sphere is just 1 by 1. Let's pop it into the middle. A little bit easier to see now. There it is. And you can see that it's actually half embedded into the floor. And that's because the floor is at position y of 0 and the sphere is at position y of 0. And all objects, you define where they are from their middle. So the middle of the sphere is in the middle of the floor. So let's raise it out of the middle of the floor by just dragging it up a little bit. And now we can see that if we put it to a position of, say, a y of 1, it's now floating nicely above the floor. You can see the little shadow that's formed from the light source. Now, this is my scene. I've got my characters in here. I've got the floor and the sphere. Let's press play and see what happens. So we press play and there's a little bit of whirring and clicking, and then Unity plays and not much is happening. And that's because there's nothing to tell either the floor or the sphere that they should be obeying any physics rules. There's no gravity, for example, being put into the system. So let's take our sphere and add to it something that will make it obey some laws of physics. And to do that, we add a component called a rigid body. So a rigid body is the thing that enables an object to obey the laws of physics and not just act as a solid wall or, well, I mean, even walls obey the laws of physics at all, of course, but something that is going to have some dynamism and some rules attached to it. So you can see that we've got use gravity selected here. Let's raise the ball up a little bit higher and press play. We should see something different happening now. So as soon as the game starts, the ball falls to the floor. Not particularly exciting, but it shows that the ball is obeying some basic rules.